Hi, welcome back to Metal Rules TV, where the underground meets the playground. I'm Jeff Rappaport.
I'm Marissa Martinez.
And you're from?
Repulsion and Cretin.
All right. Now, you founded Cretin in 1992.
Right.
Right? Now, did you have any idea that you'd be still doing this 20 years later?
I don't know if I really thought about it that much. You know, it was just, this is what we wanted to do. We went to our first metal show. I say we because my best friend Matt Widener and I made the band. And we went to our first metal show the night before starting senior high school, and we were just completely floored. You know, it was Cannibal Corpse, Malevolent Creation, and Obituary.
Love Obituary. That's like our favorite death metal band.
Right,
Yeah.
So there you go. And when we saw what they were doing, we were like, that's exactly what we want to do. So.
But did 20 years go by in a flash, or what?
Yeah, pretty much, right?
Yeah.
A whirlwind.
Now, recently you joined Repulsion. It was like 2011, is that what it is?
2000, yeah.
Right. Now, how did that come about?
Well, I've known Scott and Matt for 6 years at least, and we had met, Matt Olivo and I had met through the computer industry, the games industry, and from there, you know, of course I told him, oh my god, I'm a huge Repulsion fan, and we just started a friendship at that point, and when he heard Cretin, I mean, it was obvious what we were doing, right? And so we just all kind of bonded, like everyone from Cretin and everyone from Repulsion just became really good friends, and they picked up Cole to fill in for Dave because Dave wasn't interested in touring anymore.
Right.
And so they picked up Cole, and then Matt Harvey ended up filling in on second guitar, and he couldn't
work at Relapse, right?
No, he worked at Necropolis.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because I used to deal with him back in the day, like for ad space and stuff for the magazine. That's right. I thought that's why his name sounded familiar.
Yeah, well, Matt Harvey of Exhumed, right?
He's the secret one that secretly likes glam metal.
He likes a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff.
He would write me little letters like, "Don't tell anybody," which of course I'm not telling anybody, right?
Right.
But I like that Striper interview.
Right.
So, yeah.
So, you know, he and Cole are best friends, and then Matt Widener and I are best friends. And so Harv would always fill in on second guitar for Cretin as well. So it just was a natural fit that Harv would go and do second guitar for Repulsion.
Right.
And then he couldn't do it anymore because of his obligations with Exhumed and whatnot. So they ended up picking me up.
Okay, and how long, as you were into the band, how long before you felt comfortable in a part of the band?
Well, I don't really think of it that way, right? I don't see myself as a spokesperson for Repulsion by any means. Like, I didn't write that music. I do my best to live up to
you feel like
the legend.
Sort of?
Yeah, I mean it's really just an incredibly fortunate chance that I grabbed hold of. But because we're all such good friends, it doesn't really.
Oh, so it doesn't feel like that at all?
Yeah, it doesn't feel like I'm not part of whatever we're doing.
Now, what I also thought was interesting is that I guess your regular job is you work for LucasArts, Lucasfilms?
I started at LucasArts 13 years ago, but I work for ILM now.
What did you do at LucasArts?
At LucasArts, I was a hardware compatibility technician, so I would test our video games against all the industry hardware for PCs, and we'd swap out configurations and make sure that the games would work.
Right.
And then I turned that into leading our internal software tools, QA.
Okay.
So it's all testing stuff, mostly.
Okay. Sounds good. I didn't think it was like a Star Wars thing. Like
it's not specifically Star Wars.
We were hoping you'd say you try out lightsabers all day.
Yeah. That'd be nice.
Or you like Ewoks ride on your shoulders all day.
Yeah.
Like, give them a little workout. Now, what is on a personal note? What is the part of a body that turns you on, but not like the normal things that people say? Like for me, I like bellies.
Okay.
If I see a nice belly, that really turns me on. Obviously like boobs, stuff like that's like normal, but what is like the thing, like other than the normal things that you find attractive on a part of the body?
I mean, I think that women's hips are really attractive. So just like the hip bone protrusion and the difference between the waist and the hips, I find that most attractive. You
like the silhouette?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
definitely. Yeah. I guess that's pretty typical though.
Okay.
I probably should have said the crook of the knee or something.
Yeah. No, I don't. Crook of the knee
Fingers.
is good. Yeah. Fingers are good. We had a toe guy one time.
Okay.
Went off for about a guy from Halloween's big time into feet.
Feet.
Yeah,
okay.
He loves feet.
Loves them.
What's your best story involving licorice?
Licorice.
Yeah.
My best story involving licorice or licorice type substance.
Yes.
Was I went to a bar one night to get some chicken wings and drink some beers, and I ended up meeting this girl at the bar, and she was friends with a guy who would lead big underground BDSM parties in San Francisco.
Okay.
So we ended up going back to his place, and he had this huge absinthe collection.
Oh,
so
that's only trouble.
Right, so we did absinthe and had a three-way.
Nice.
Sweet.
Works for me.
Yeah. We had a guest on a couple weeks ago at our show, brought absinthe with him. He's telling us what a big absinthe drinker he was, and
got
probably
plowed.
2.5 hours into the night, he was in the bathroom vomiting.
Oh, yeah. We didn't overdo it.
Yeah. What instrument is almost never used in metal but should be?
What instrument is almost never used in metal but should be? I'd have to say the cowbell.
Yeah. Back in the day, it was used a lot, but they're kind of, forsaken.
Well, okay, yeah.
Especially with Tommy Lee.
In death metal and grindcore.
Yeah, they don't use a lot of cowbell.
Right.
You gotta say more cowbell.
Right.
Yeah. You recently got engaged.
Yes.
Right? Now, before that, I would say, in your past when you lived as a oh, wait.
That's all right.
I'm trying to do this right.
Just say in your past.
Yeah, in your past.
Yes.
Or actually, before you actually, I'm confused about how to phrase this.
Before I transitioned.
There you go.
And then after you did.
After I transitioned.
Yeah. How would you, like, if you started dating a man, how would you let him know? Or.
Oh, that I'm trans?
Right. That's it. Thank you for
sure.
asking my question for me, because I couldn't figure out how to say it.
Help out.
I had it right there, yeah.
That's what we do on the show. We try to trick the guest into doing all the work for us.
Well, first off, I should say that a lot of people, that's a really private question, obviously.
So I shouldn't ask that.
And no, you're fine. I'm out, so it's okay. But so in a lot of cases, trans people don't necessarily want to discuss their trans status.
Right.
And there are some people who, once they transition, that's it. They don't want to think about it. They don't want to talk about it.
Right.
They're not trans, right?
Right.
But for me, I just felt that for my own safety, and I'm also like boldly honest.
Right. Me too.
Especially after living 31 years in the closet. Like,
right.
It was just like, I don't have any secrets really in that area. So whenever I would meet somebody, before I would even kiss them or whatever, I would tell them I was trans, and that's men or women.
Okay. Cool. Now you back to being recently got engaged. Was it really romantic? Did he do something really special? Or
he did. He surprised me. This last year we've been doing a lot of shows with Repulsion and bouncing back and forth across the country, and he planned a vacation in Yosemite for us out of nowhere, and so we were looking forward to that, and I thought it was just going to be hiking and hanging out in Yosemite, and he ended up taking me out to the middle of a meadow down in Yosemite Valley by the Merced River that goes through there, and that's where
nice. That's really sweet.
Yeah, it was really sweet. It surprised me.
Now, what do you think are the most overpriced products and services, just in general? What things do you see and you're just like I went and bought ink for my printer, and I'm just like, why the fuck is this $21?
Yeah, I'm kind of a princess, so I don't really think about price. I never consider price. The only time I would consider price is if I was gonna, commit to like a new apartment or something where it would affect my cost of living. But we live, we live a pretty privileged life, and so I don't really consider all that.
Okay.
Much to my fiance's chagrin.
I wish I lived this kind of life. Can you share that life with me?
Yeah, I try my best.
Okay. I guess the last and the most important question I have for you is: are you honored to appear on Metal Rules TV, and why?
I'm most certainly honored anytime that somebody shows interest in me, and wants to have a conversation. I'm always happy to do that, definitely. Okay,
and this is your chance now to promote or plug any shows coming up, any your website, anything that you want to talk about.
Well, we have big shows coming up, but I can't announce anything right now. Okay. But something will be announced within the next couple of days. And we're halfway through writing the new Cretin album. Okay. That should be recorded by the end of the year. And that's being generous. We're really trying to get that out. So Facebook, is probably the best place to follow us.
Okay, that's it. Hug it
All
out.
right.
Aw,
Thanks
All
a
right.
lot.
Thank you.
Okay.
stuff.